Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing this Wednesday morning? Happy hump day. Hope everybody is having an amazing start to their morning. I am. I started out this morning, let's see, I got on up and started my morning out with having my um, apple cider uh, vinegar water. I put some raw honey in mine. Excuse me. I put cinnamon in mine, a little bit of turmeric. I put garlic in mine. Let's see, what else do I put in mine? I think that's about it. Stir that up really good. First, I boil my water or I put it in the microwave. Then I put all my little stuff in it. And like I said, I put a little raw honey in it to put a little sweet to it. Sorry for the noise, you guys. They out there cutting the grass. And I got the slider open, so, you know, real time, that's life. Anywho, so I sat and I drank that this morning, kind of went over a little bit of the information we're going to talk about today, watched me a few videos, and made me some juice. Last couple days, let's see, I think it has been a couple days. I haven't done any juicing. So if you ever go on one of those juicing things, and your body kind of tends to crave it. And it's been several days since I've been off of that 30-day little juice fast that I went on. And I've gone back to eating, but sometimes I'll be feeling like that's what I want really bad. Even though I had continued to every day at least drink one. But like I said, the last couple days, move this camera open a little bit. Last couple days I hadn't had a drink, and so I was craving one. So anyway, that's what we'll be drinking on this morning. I have some carrots, celery, and apples. See, did I put anything else in here? I don't think so, and it's really good. So that's what I'm going to be sipping on. Anywho, let's go ahead and get into the meat of this. I don't want to keep you guys a long time. We're going to take another little bite size of our conversation from Monday. And we had started out on Monday going over a number of questions that we can ask ourselves when we feel like, we kind of in a little situation. And we feel like we kind of being negative on ourselves and having some negative self-thoughts. And so Monday we had went over some questions that we can kind of ask ourselves to identify where we are and how we can bring ourselves out of that negative self-thought and use more positive, thought-provoking questions to ourselves to move us forward, and continue on in life. And so we had talked about being confused by our own facts and whatever we're thinking. We talked about jumping to conclusions about situations that we might be in and kind of how are we really processing and thinking about it. And we talked about assuming things just from only our viewpoint. And there are questions that you can ask. So if you haven't already gone over, go on over there and watch that video. And that was from this week on Monday. And we talked about some advantages and disadvantages in thinking the way that we do. And so how we can ask ourselves questions to help us to be more forward thinking. So that's what we had talked about on Monday. Please go watch that video. Now today I have about 5 more. So like I had told you before, we're just going to take this stuff in little bite sizes because it's information that you have to kind of study, you have to ponder, you got to think about it. It's not something like you just kind of pick it up, you read it, and you go do. You kind of take it a little bit at a time take one step at a time, put one foot in front of the other, and you just want to keep on moving forward. It's always forward movement. So, number one today. Got my notes. So number one today, very interesting. Am I asking questions that have no answer? So, things like, how can I undo the past? Did you hear that? How can I undo the past? Why aren't I different? Why is life so unfair? Why does this always happen to me? So, what is the meaning of life? And I don't mean to laugh, because I think we all might be able to say at some point in our life we may have thought or questioned ourselves on all of these that were just mentioned. But if we make it a way of just brooding over these type of questions, that will most certainly, assuredly, move one to depression. And what we want to do is we want to turn these questions around and make them something that we can answer, make them answerable questions. So that makes it much better. And if you can't turn it around and make it an answerable question, then you need to just leave it alone. Because if you keep pondering over that and there's no answer, you're going to stay in that same state that you're in. And that's not where you want to be. Okay? A possible answer could be going over and over it just is going to make you worry and be upset. So it would be better to figure out and work out what I can do to help myself get over these feelings, these thoughts, this depression more quickly. We're asking ourselves questions that really have no answer. How can I undo the past? Well, can't really undo the past. Why aren't I different? Okay, so around and make it an answerable question, then just go ahead. You need to move on. Because you're only putting yourself in a state of mind where you're going to stay stuck. And we're forward thinking and we want to move forward. Okay? So number 2. Am I thinking in all or nothing terms? Is black or white, right or left, right or wrong? So how are you thinking? Are you only thinking in the absolute? It has to be this way or it has to be that way. Ain't no gray area anyway. You may automatically think, I did that really badly. I might as well not bother. Well, what did you just do? You just stopped yourself dead in your tracks. You left no opportunity. Remember a few days ago, we talked about speaking in a way, using words that allow you to leave open the opportunity to make alternatives, to make changes. So the fact is, none of us do anything 100%, and none of us are perfect. Okay? So, we don't want to think in the absolute at all times because we're not going to be satisfied. because no one does anything 100% right their entire life. So don't put yourself in that box that way, because you lead yourself to depression, or you are being depressed, and we want to come up out of that. We want to move forward. Okay. Does that make sense? I hope so. Number 3, giving yourself ultimatums. Think about if you're using words like, or watch out for words like always or never. Everyone or none. Everything or nothing. Everything always goes badly for me. You may automatically, the mind may automatically say, everything always goes badly for me. Well, that's an exaggeration. Some things go badly, just like they do for anyone. But there's things as well that go well for you. So we want to ponder over those things that go well for us. And then we want to determine how we can use that to move us forward in something that we want to do better on. Number 4. Concentrating on your weakness and forgetting about your strengths. You're not 100% weak. You have, sorry. I'm over here kicking the stand. I don't know. Does that mean something? So sometimes when we're negative talking to ourselves, or we're in a depressed state, we often overlook problems that we have successfully handled before. And I know one thing I'll always remember. I remember going to counseling once, and probably a couple times in my lifetime. And you just kind of get to a point you're like, okay, I'm stuck here, and I know I need to move forward, and you just get to where it's like, I don't know what to do, whatever a situation may be that has happened in your life. And those people have a way of asking you questions to get you to ponder over stages in your life. And I always remember this now till this day. Even if I'm feeling some kind of way, it's like, when have I felt this way before? You may go way back to when you were a youngster, in your teens, in your mid-20s, 30s, whatever, the time frame is. But when you feel a certain kind of way, stop and say to yourself, when have I felt this way before? What was the situation I was going through? And most of all, how did I bring myself out of it? How did I bring myself forward? And once you can identify that, whatever situation you may be in at current, you use that same technique, that same thought process, those same type of words to bring you out of where you are. So you say, this is not good enough. I should have completed everything. Well, maybe you wanted to complete everything. It would have been nice maybe to finish what you had planned. But it's not a disaster. Focus on what you did accomplish, and then see the opportunity to continue on with your goal by revamping your plan. Because once you have a goal and you put a plan together, that's the steps of how you're going to get to your goal. Then you just revamp that. And you take it in little bite-sized steps, little pieces, until you get to that full-blown goal where you want it to be. And it can be done. You don't have to do it the same way everybody else do. You do what's beneficial for you to get you going, to keep you positive, to keep you forward thinking. So, that was our number 5. And I like that one because I do that to this day. It's easy to get stuck. We all can get stuck. So, I'm not going to keep y'all guys a long time today. We about 16 minutes into this thing. And I want you guys to have an amazing, wonderful day. Once I edit this video, I'll put the main points in the video so that they'll pop up on the screen for you. I'll make sure today, because I didn't on Monday, and I told you that I was going to put the link to these questions in that video. I can go back and edit and do that. And I'll also put it in this video. I got to remember to do that. But I'm not going to beat myself up because I didn't. But I am going to remember. Matter of fact, this is what I'll do while I got y'all on. I'll make myself a note. Put in vid questions for my peeps. I got you. I did it. Okay? So, you guys have an amazing rest of your Wednesday. Enjoy your day. Reach out and touch someone and show an act of kindness in any way that you see fit. Okay? So, I'll be back Friday for Yaya's Morning Talk. And I'm going to do about 5 more of these. Because there's some other ones that I want to share as well. I think hit me up in the comments, y'all. Let me know if you like this. If it's something that's helping you to move forward, if you need to. If it's information that you can use, if not for yourself, maybe for someone else. So, but I'll make sure I put that link in so you can go and study that material yourself. Okay, I'm going to get on up out of here. Enjoy your day, and I will see you tomorrow on a mukbang. And I'm going to finish drinking this carrot juice. And until next time, y'all. Deuces, y'all. Bye, y'all.